Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Well, the weather today not going to be as nice as yesterday when we had those temperatures in the 70s. Significantly cooler today, but appropriately for St. Patrick's Day, I do have some green to show you on the weather maps because there is a chance of rain. I do think it stays rain today, but of course we got to talk about the chance of snow as well. Let's start at 8 a.m. this morning, though, indicating that there are some light rain showers out there, kind of stretched across the central part of the state. So not talking about any heavy rain, but in spots, a little bit of light rain stretching from the Quad Cities down towards the Omaha area. It's nothing that will slow you down, though, but just be aware you might have to use the windshield wipers. Let's jump ahead to 5 o'clock this afternoon, and the first thing I want to talk about is the big difference in temperatures. Man, it was feeling great yesterday afternoon, right? Today, not so much. I mean, it could certainly be colder, but not feeling as good as yesterday was. Notice that we're going to be topping out a lot of places low to mid 50s, and maybe in some places only the upper 40s is a possibility. Notice the chance of rain is still there. Still doesn't look like any heavy rain that'll slow down that homebound commute. So let's jump ahead a little bit more in time, and things start to change significantly. First off, seeing a lot more of the green stuff, right? But also seeing that shade of purple, which indicates a rain-snow mix. And it looks like that's going to be setting up particularly across the central portion of the state. That's where the sweet spot is going to be for this rain-snow mix. Still trying to figure out exactly how much of it will be pure snow versus rain. We'll try and clear that up. I'll give you another update tomorrow, but we certainly see the potential for snow to be falling. Really from a line stretching from Omaha to Mason City, Fort Dodge, and on to the east. If you live west of there, say Sioux City, for example, looks like you're largely going to be staying dry tomorrow, and you're going to have warmer temperatures in the central and eastern part of the state as well. All right, so that's 8 a.m. showing the rain-snow mix possible for Mason City, Waterloo, down through Des Moines, but all rain around the Quad Cities. And the same is true as we go into the afternoon hours. It is still all rain in the far eastern part of the state, and that rain-snow mix mainly confined around Osceola, Des Moines, Waterloo. See how it's kind of hanging out in the same spot? So that's where we're going to have a snow for a much longer amount of time than other locations. I'll show you the snow map in a little bit with a little caveat about how much snow is going to be falling. By the way, the other part of the story tomorrow is that it is going to be cooler in the eastern part of the state where all that clouds and rain are going to be. Also windy. We can see gusts around 35 miles per hour. Eastern part of the state. We'll call it breezy out towards the rest around Sioux City and Omaha. So let's go a little bit farther in time, now talking about Friday evening plans. Notice that rain-snow mix mainly limited to the northeastern part of the state, but still rain coming down around the Quad Cities. Des Moines, it's not looking like an ideal Friday evening, besides the western part of the state where it'll be dry, but kind of looking like for the eastern half of the state, probably an evening where it's worth staying in because those winds will be sticking around as well. It won't be as windy as we go through the overnight hours, but it's going to stay breezy even through the day on Saturday as well. Now, we're seeing at around 5 a.m. Saturday, finally the temperatures get cold enough where we might see a little bit of snow around the Quad Cities. Don't think it's going to be much, but there is that potential. Still mostly going to be rain, but we'll say very early Saturday morning, the potential for a little bit of snow coming down. Notice still a potential for snow around the Waterloo area. And as we get into the afternoon on Saturday, I think this is the biggest question, is how quickly is the rain going to move out for the eastern part of the state? I still see the potential for showers for the far eastern part of the state, but it looks like Waterloo, Mason City, dry at this point. And then finally, I think by the time we get to 6 o'clock Saturday afternoon, it looks like the rain will have completely cleared the state. And look at the clouds breaking up, and then depending on how quickly the clouds break up, it's possible you get into the upper 40s for places like the Quad Cities. Meanwhile, if the clouds break up real quickly, out around Sioux City, we might see highs in the mid-60s on Saturday. So some variation in temperatures on Saturday. And finally, the winds will have died down for everyone as well. So let's talk about how much snow. And you can see where the snow is mainly going to be hanging out. Look how there could be absolutely nothing around Mason City or Fort Dodge, or maybe just a little dusting. And it's looking more like anything, a dusting Quad Cities. Latest model saying 1/10 of an inch in Davenport. But meanwhile, Osceola, 2.4 inches, 1.8 inches in Waterloo. But remember, as I was showing you on that map, temperatures are going to be above freezing. So yes, that much snow is going to fall out of the sky and be collected in a rain gauge or a collection tube to collect that snow. but not all of that is going to be measurable on the ground. There is going to be melting. So there's not really going to be 1.8 inches of snow on the ground in Waterloo because temperatures are going to be above freezing. It's going to be less than that. But that much snow will fall. And while that snow is falling, it's going to reduce visibility. So give yourself extra time driving through the day tomorrow, particularly in this area stretching from Osceola to Waterloo, because there will be reduced visibility because of that rain-snow mix.